Hello, welcome back to match 1. This is Oldmanpoole. Okay. This is a little bit interesting because it doesn't do anything other than blow up all the lands. But it doesn't do anything for my opponent too. I can Armageddon on turn 3 and then start over. Have Ravages of War to maybe do it again later. I think I'm really looking for something kind of aggressive, but we have an answer for something my opponent plays in Fiend Hunter, and I don't know, he can potentially interact with anything else he's trying to do too. This hand might just be too slow, we might just need more threats. And GT's nice. So I guess we play it here. Do we want to crack Flood Strand? I'm not sure we do. Kind of want to get blue after the Armageddons go off. I guess that's true. Maybe we should have had one more island source because we're going to be blowing up lands a lot of the time. I could see that. So GT was half of our start. Lesnia's Signet. Okay, that's good against the Ravages, certainly. We could just play Fiend Hunter and be like, hey, who knows, maybe we'll find something. It does kind of force my opponent to kill it, or at least interact with the GT. Feels not very good, though. I think even though we're hoping to be a faster deck, we can slow things down enough with Armageddon and Ravages of War that we just pass here. And I mean, this hand was a little bit questionable, so. Okay. Flooded Strand. So the hope is he doesn't play like a Planeswalker or something here. That's probably our worst case scenario. It's a creature. I think I'm okay with that. Well, that's something to Fiend Hunter. And that potentially kills us pretty fast, though. Ew, that's dangerous. Can't quite equip the Jitte, although the Fiend Hunter may be about to die anyway. Yep. Let's get rid of him, see if he gets any value. Not immediately. So he may shoot a burn spell at this. Turn it back the other way. I guess the Jitte, if we can ever get it a hit in, does take care of the Monastery Mentor later. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this was a Fiend Hunter for the Fiend Hunter. Okay. So this may have been a bad keep, since you really do need to like deploy a threat and then Armageddon. And instead we're just gonna get run over by Monastery Mentor. Mother of Runes. Alright. Wonder if she deals combat damage, so we can actually play her as a pretty good blocker. We can't use her this turn, so do we just want to Ravages this turn? The next turn we could use Flooded Strand and set up for the equip. If we equip with her with this, then she does do a pretty good job of blocking. She can't attack and utilize the ability, but she does hold down the fort. And then I think we probably have a better start. Oh, the Monastery Mentor just being on the table provides so much value and such a danger. I think we probably do Armageddon here, though. So Armageddon, then play Plains, then Mother of Runes. We get a little bit of an advantage. Not much, though. Yeah, not in love. Definitely not in love. Love to find a Fiend Hunter to Fiend Hunter my opponent's Fiend Hunter, if you Fiend Hunter. My opponent doesn't have anything else. It's possible that he it turns off like Monastery Mentor. It seems likely he's got something like a Lightning Strike or Lightning Bolt, whatever, that hits our face, because he is contemplating here playing a spell. Okay. That's fine with me. I can just pass. Do you want to use your mana for anything? I'm not gonna play a creature into random counter magic there. Alright. So we're gonna take probably a healthy 2 here. Ooh, coming in with everything is pretty aggressive. Yeah. I think you want to leave at least one thing back. The opponent's got 3 permanents on the field, we've got 4. One's got 4 cards in hand, though, and we only have 2, one of which is just another Ravages. We really are kind of praying for the top deck here. No attack. Okay. Alright, well, we'll play our Hallowed Fountain and equip here. I mean, we don't have any charges, can't swing with it, but she is a very good blocker and hard to interact with. So, I'm not going to pay life. But we have a potentially, like, we're in a good stalling position, which I think the deck has the capacity to do. The fact that he couldn't answer the Mother of Runes was pretty big for us. And obviously he can't attack anymore. Only you were vigilant. It's possible my opponent's playing a little bit of ambitious mana base too, in which case Ravages of War might even be a little bit better against him. Okay. Looking like you really don't want to attack me. Pretty sure. Okay. Ooh, Recruiter of the Guard. Super, super good. Yeah. I guess we don't play Flooded Strand quite yet. We still wouldn't mind finding more lands, because we probably are going to want our Ravages again before the game's over. Yeah, Recruiter is nice, though. Can also throw it into an opponent with the Jitte on it if we need to, and then that starts getting pretty good pretty fast. Okay. Would like to use the ability. Do we want to get Stoneforge Mystic? Could play like Mirroring Crusader or Geist. Mirroring Crusader wins the game pretty fast with the Jitte. Stoneforge Mystic's a little bit nice because it's just value. Like we could just pick up Batterskull and then drop it the next turn. But I think Mirroring Crusader is likely to win fastest. Do we need to win fast? Not matter too much. Also get like Banisher Priest, steal our Fiend Hunter back, get the opponent's Monastery Mentor. That removes that and has any chance of blocking, and then the Jitte starts going off. And I think there's a lot of actually pretty close choices here. I actually kind of like just getting Banisher Priest. It removes everything else, and I think all we really need as a threat is the Jitte. But if we can get rid of his Fiend Hunter, and then our Fiend Hunter comes back and get rid of the Monastery Mentor, we can start swinging. It's a little bit less brittle than Mirroring Crusader if he's got like a path and a land or something that's worse. But it's maybe a little bit more aggressive than Stoneforge Mystic. Because if we play Stoneforge, it gives my opponent a couple of turns. We have to play this and then wait a turn and then play again, and then he still has Monastery Mentor. Then we're going to grab Banisher Priest. Okay, that was a lot of consideration, but I think I like that play. And yeah, as always, let me know in the comments if you think you'd grab something different there. I think that is close. This is kind of medium conservative. Okay. Still no play for my opponent, which I appreciate. Yeah, let's play Banisher Priest, grab a whole bunch of stuff. It's possible he's got a counter spell here. Guess that'd be kind of bad for us. He did keep up counter magic earlier. Finding a land was a little bit awkward. We could go really conservative, play Tanglewire. This would require him to tap everything down. Then actually the Jitte can start going to town. Maybe that's... I guess that works for next turn as well. I guess Banisher Priest steals stuff. Maybe let's play Tanglewire. That doesn't let us attack this turn, but next turn he's got to tap everything he's got, basically. And we can start picking things off with the Jitte. Is it counter? No, just until end turn. I like this better. Okay, it resolves. We can also tap our Jitte to the Tanglewire, which is kind of nice, and the Tanglewire itself. Okay. Hopefully that locks down the game then. Or I guess locks my opponent down for the foreseeable future. Yeah, okay, opponent concedes. Well, I guess that maybe wasn't the most exciting game, but I think that is kind of the way the deck's supposed to work. We did a pretty good job of denying our opponent's lands, and since he couldn't answer our Mother of Runes, he didn't find lands to go off with Monastery Mentor. I think there are a lot of ways that game could have gone bad, but on the other hand, denying your opponent mana and keep them from interacting, right? So, what do we want to sideboard? He looks white, sort of aggressive, although he's got a number of cards as well. Bribery may end up being good. Disenchant. I think we do want Anguished Unmaking, probably. I think we just need an answer to Monastery Mentor a lot of the time. What seems bad in our deck? Batterskull would have been pretty bad that game. It might just be the Batterskull's not a good card for us. We're trying to drag our opponent down into our level. Batterskull's kind of expensive. Yeah, I think I cut there. Okay. I think that's our only change. Oh, obviously need to bring in some black sources as well. So let's take out 2 planes. Is that too aggressive? That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sources. I think that's okay. This gives us 3 for black. Less than we have for blue, but it's okay. Alright, let's run it back. Okay, this hand is perfectly playable, certainly. Opponent mulliganed. Let's go ahead and keep. It doesn't have anything to go along with the Mirran Crusader, so we'll have to hope it's just a good threat on its own. This actually may not be the best matchup for it, since our opponent seems to be playing kind of white sort of removal. Selfless Spirit will help keep it alive as well, though. And we even have a turn 1 Selfless Spirit, so that's pretty solid. And then we can play Tanglewire on turn 3 as well and lock down our opponent, assuming they haven't done anything crazy good. We maybe should have Flood Strand there, since I think we've hit as many lands as we really want to here. Okay, don't want to ever F6 because we do have a Selfless Spirit in play. Relic Warden. It's a little bit solid. Okay, yeah, I can't do much about that. Our opponent's deck actually looks fairly similar to ours. Okay, Gideon eventually. I think we want to commit damage more than our opponent does. Is that actually the case? Again, my opponent seemed like he had the potential to be kind of aggressive. Let's play the Flooded Strand for sure. I guess this is a little bit awkward because we have to go and get a blue source. Rock Sapphire, so we take some extra damage. Maybe that was incorrect. The deck thinning is a pretty slight upside. Oh, I guess we don't have to pay life this turn. Oh, okay. I guess that makes it better. I was thinking we were still playing the Crusader, but definitely not. So yeah, that might actually been a good turn to get that in. Okay, let's swing with the Spirit. Next turn we'll play Mirran Crusader. Turn after that we can play Gideon. Yep. Fine by me. Ooh, there's a sword instead. I wonder what our best sequencing is here. So we can swing with the Selfless Spirit, take my opponent down to 16. He probably plays a reasonable threat next turn. Sort of War and Peace, I don't think is the play. I don't think it's Tanglewire, so it's probably just Mirran Crusader. I guess this blocks this fairly well. Let's go ahead and swing first. I think even if this gets like counterspelled, still not sad to swing. And this gives my opponent a little bit less information. Now my opponent's got to be worried about an Armageddon next turn. Mirran Crusader's kind of hard to answer. We can't play it and equip next turn though, so we'll probably just play Gideon. So, ooh, Fiend Hunter's solid. Indestructible, not protection. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the disadvantage of Selfless Spirit against a lot of these. Against the white deck, I guess in general. Okay, we'll take another 2. Like Gideon. Next turn, play Sword of War and Peace equip, probably. The Relic Warden for our Mock Sapphire was pretty solid this game, too. I guess playing Hallowed Fountain was a mistake, because we actually don't need the blue yet. And these are our 2 blue sources, so actually drawing like a Ravages is more likely than drawing Geist. So yeah, that was not my best play, too. Okay. Let's create a knight. Go ahead and swing. My opponent wants to crack in with both of these here and get in 1 point through with the Fiend Hunter. I am very, very happy to trade the Relic Warden for a Knight ally. He has another piece of removal. I'm not super sad with him going after this here too. And then Gideon still only goes down to 1, probably. Time Walk, okay. Obviously pretty solid there. My opponent doesn't get any value out of it though. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty okay with him playing a Time Walk. He gets to play an extra land, gets to draw an extra card, but for as good as that card can be, that was a pretty small hit. Card of course. Could have attacked first. Does he want to discard something then? I guess we'll find out in a second here. What's another rationale for not? I guess he just doesn't care about the island. Even against an Armageddon deck, though. Yeah, I don't know why you chart a course first there. Okay. I guess maybe do you expect Sword of War and Peace? Doesn't seem particularly good either, though. So we play Polluted Delta, crack for black mana. I think we are just going to play a sword here and equip. Do we want to beat down? I think we probably just want to keep making more knights. We want to equip the knight because the Selfless Spirit's kind of protecting it here. I guess this could get protection from white to that if that's something we care about. I don't think so, though. I can't decide if I want to crack or not. I think I probably do. This only has 1 target, so there's only 1 swamp. It'd be bad to draw more of those too. Okay, let's play Sword of War and Peace. Go ahead and equip up our knight and start getting in there. We'll attack with both and make another knight, and then next turn we'll play Tangle Wire, and hopefully that will interact with my opponent enough that he doesn't have a super fantastic follow-up. Like he would have to, I don't know, tap down a bunch of stuff and then play something big. Tangle Wire I guess maybe doesn't do tons at this point, but it's better than nothing too, as far as disruption goes. So if we can't get below 2 cards in hand, we could equip up the Spirit with the sword instead and just try and go for a kill. It does have protection from white, not from blue, so I guess if he had some sort of instant speed bounce, that could be bad, but okay, managed to get there. I feel like both of our hands were maybe not like perfect out of the gate. Second one was better though, with Mock Sapphire and the like. But yeah, happy to pick up a win. I'll see you guys for match 2.